The mind and emotional control are the invisible foundation behind every real achievement. Without that base, any outer success collapses at the first sign of pressure. It's like building a house on sand. From the outside it may look stable, but sooner or later it falls apart. When you start investing in balance and inner strength, something powerful happens. It's as if a veil is lifted from your eyes, and suddenly you realize that happiness and success don't rely only on money, luck, or recognition, but on the emotional strength you build within yourself. By nurturing your mind, strengthening your emotions, and expanding your awareness, you gain control over your own reactions. And that changes everything. It improves relationships, opens doors that once seemed locked, and builds a confidence that doesn't crumble even in the hardest crises. Taking care of the mind and mastering emotional control is the key that connects every area of life: financial prosperity, inner stability, deeper connections, and above all, the feeling of true fulfillment. When your mind grows from the inside, everything around you transforms in a strong and lasting way. And you, are you building your story on the solid rock of self-control, or on the fragile sand of emotions that dominate you? Today we'll share the story of Emily, a young woman who discovered that emotional control was her greatest weapon, and turned criticism, humiliation, and rivalry into a path of peace and respect. From an early age, Emily dreamed of sharing her creativity with the fashion world, but she was constantly the target of ridicule. At school, many laughed at her reused clothes and the videos where she showed how to dress well on a budget. While some girls flaunted expensive dresses, Emily proudly wore pieces made by her mother, believing that true value came from love and authenticity. Yet the mockery weighed heavily on her. Many times, after long days of being ridiculed, Emily would close her eyes at home, take a deep breath, and whisper words that helped her stay in control. I am not defined by the opinion of others. My essence is worth more than any label. Breathe, accept, transform. These phrases became her invisible shield, protecting her from wounds that could have destroyed her confidence. On the other side stood Olivia, the living image of pressure and appearances. Daughter of a controlling mother obsessed with status, she was pushed to maintain perfect grades, a flawless body, and an impeccable image. Behind her arrogance and untouchable posture was a fragile girl, trapped by impossible expectations. Olivia looked like everything Emily wasn't: proud, distant, superior. But inside she carried invisible chains forged by years of demands. The rivalry between them only grew, fueled by classmates and even boyfriends who valued image over authenticity. Emily, in the middle of provocations, leaned on her emotional discipline. In moments of humiliation, like when her hard-earned dress was ruined, she didn't lash out in anger. Instead, she closed her eyes, breathed deeply, and whispered, "My peace is worth more than their approval." Each phrase anchored her, keeping her from being swept away by the storm of emotions. The turning point came when Emily and Olivia were forced to work together on a project. At first, Olivia dismissed Emily's ideas with her usual arrogance. But Emily, instead of getting upset, practiced her self-control. When Olivia spoke harshly, Emily breathed and repeated silently, "I choose calm, not anger." That attitude disarmed every conflict. Slowly, Olivia noticed that while she herself was consumed by pressure, Emily stayed steady, serene, and confident. In that contrast, Olivia began to see herself, and to admire Emily's emotional strength. When the big event arrived, Emily was invited to design a dress for Olivia. It was the chance to unite creativity and authenticity. At the same time, Olivia faced her mother's demand to remove a flaw from her face, a small mole she was told ruined her image. Struggling with this pressure, she watched Emily sew patiently, repeating to herself, "Beauty is born from authenticity. Strength is being yourself." And in that moment, Olivia found the courage she never had. On the day of the fashion show, Emily revealed her creation, and Olivia made a bold choice: she would wear the dress exactly as it was designed, keeping her mark on her face. Their entrance on the red carpet was breathtaking. The audience didn't just applaud the gown, they applauded Olivia's new confidence. Emily, once mocked, was now celebrated. Olivia, once suffocated by invisible chains, finally set herself free. In the end, what once felt like a rivalry turned into peace. Emily's serenity and self-control won Olivia over. Competition gave way to respect and friendship. Amid the applause and smiles, one powerful lesson remained: emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings, it means choosing the response that builds instead of destroys. Emily showed that simple phrases, repeated in silence, can become powerful weapons against pressure and despair. Olivia learned that when someone masters themselves, they naturally earn respect and admiration. The message is clear: living to impress others is a constant war, but when you find emotional balance, you turn battles into paths of peace. In this video, you'll discover 5 simple and effective practices to strengthen your emotional control every day. After learning these 5 practices, you won't just want to apply them, you'll feel the need to make them part of your daily life. Our channel is just beginning, and your support is essential for us to keep bringing transformative content like this. Subscribe and leave your like. The difference between those who cultivate emotional control and those who neglect it is so great it can change the entire direction of a life. Those who invest in inner balance learn to handle criticism without falling apart, find serenity in chaos, and keep clarity even in tough decisions. They breathe before reacting, turn frustration into growth, and don't let fleeting emotions dictate their choices. It's like walking on solid ground: even when storms come, the foundation stays firm. But those who neglect emotional control live at the mercy of circumstances. Every negative comment becomes a wound, every obstacle a reason to quit. Relationships grow fragile, as insecurity breeds conflict, distrust, and isolation. Without self-control, anger explodes, anxiety paralyzes, and sadness silently corrodes. It's like building a house on sand: one wave is enough to bring it all down. While one person grows stronger and earns respect through balance, the other loses credibility by collapsing under pressure. In the end, emotional health is the true dividing line: those who cultivate it find freedom and strength to grow in every area of life, while those who ignore it stay trapped in inner battles that drain energy and steal the chance of happiness. And you, are you building your life on the solid ground of balance, or on the fragile sand of uncontrolled emotions? Let's explore together the 5 practices to develop emotional control, and the last one is the most important, because without it, you might be sabotaging your own chances of achieving balance and fulfillment. 1. Self-control. Learn to breathe before reacting and choose conscious responses instead of explosive ones. Meditation. Who controls their emotions, controls their life. 2. Clarity of focus. Dedicate at least 1 hour each day to caring for yourself, reading, reflecting, or practicing something that nourishes your mind. Meditation. My energy blooms where I place my focus. 3. Emotional courage. Face little by little the things that scare you: a difficult conversation, a postponed decision, or a boundary that needs to be set. Meditation. Courage grows when I act, not when I wait. 4. Inner discipline. Replace one draining habit with another that brings balance, like swapping excess news for moments of silence. Meditation. My balance tomorrow is born from the choices I make today. 5. Resilient and humble mindset. See criticism and mistakes not as threats, but as steps for growth. Have the humility to admit there's always something to learn, even in the hardest moments. Meditation. Every challenge is a teacher disguised as an opportunity, and humility is the key to learning from it. These practices are scientifically proven, based on the positive psychology studies of Martin Seligman from the University of Pennsylvania. We've reached the end of this video, but your journey toward emotional health is only beginning. Today you heard the story of Emily, who chose to live by values like self-control, authenticity, and serenity. Those choices not only transformed her own life but also inspired Olivia, who had once been trapped by external pressure, arrogance, and the fear of imperfection. By witnessing Emily's strength, Olivia found the courage to change and discovered that true freedom is born when we decide to be ourselves. Don't let fear, insecurity, or destructive habits guide your story. Invest in yourself, practice these 5 attitudes daily, and watch as your life begins to reflect the solid strength of your inner world. Our channel is just getting started, and your subscription and support are essential for us to continue this journey together. In the next video, I'll share even deeper practices to expand your emotional health and accelerate your inner growth. See you soon.